to play in the NFL's first international game of the season. The running back, Delvin Cook, with the shoulder problem, he was full participant for the second consecutive day, and it does show that he will be playing against the Saints. And that game starts at real early at 8:30 Central Time on 8:30 Sunday morning. Now, the Saints also have some problems. The Saints' backup quarterback, Andy Dalton, he is preparing to square off with Kirk Cousins again in London. Dalton is expected to start after Jameis Winston was listed as doubtful for the Saints' game against the Vikings at that stadium in London on Sunday. Dalton took first-team snaps again today, with Winston missing a third consecutive practice because of a back injury. Saints coach Dennis Allen, he says they'll take it to the last minute, but I think it is doubtful that Winston plays in the NFL's first international game of the season. The team's injury report officially listed Winston as doubtful, while the wide receiver Michael Thomas with a foot problem, offensive guard Andreas Pete with a concussion, safety Marcus May with a rib problem, they were all ruled out. While the Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, he sustained neck and head injuries after being slammed to the ground last night against the Bengals, and then he was on a stretcher. The Dolphins said he was conscious and he had movement in all of the extremities after being taken by stretcher from the field and to the University of Cincinnati's medical center. The Dolphins said after their 27-15 loss to the Bengals that their quarterback was expected to be released from the hospital and fly home with the team. Miami coach Mike McDaniel says that his quarterback sustained a concussion when he was chased down and sacked by Josh Tupou with about 6 minutes left in the first half. He does remain down for more than 7 minutes before being loaded on the backboard and removed via stretcher. While the new world of college athletics getting paid for the endorsements has created a rapidly expanding pop-up industry. Nonprofits are being formed to set up the athletes and some deals.
Check. Hello, test. Check. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Or exist the primary to funnel the money to athletes for tax deductions. A bill has been filled in Congress to limit some of those tax breaks. Well, a person familiar with the deal says that the veteran big man Blake Griffin has agreed to a contract with the Boston Celtics. The person confirmed the move on the condition of anonymity because the deal hasn't been announced. The 33-year-old Griffin should be helping the defending Eastern Conference champs weather the absence of the center Robert Williams III. He's expected to miss 8 to 12 weeks after knee surgery.
And I was running this one about 10 also.
The Mike games at noon as well.
Yeah.
Excuse me there. Breanna Stewart scored 17 points, and the U.S. raced out to an early lead to put away Canada 83-43, advancing to the Gold Cup game of the World Cup for the fourth consecutive tournament. The Americans will face China, which edged Australia 61-59. The U.S. so far is 7-0. Canada is 5-2. All right, let's check and see what's going on in baseball. There is some games going on right now. The Phillies fighting for a playoff spot. They lead the Nationals 3-1 in the seventh, and the Cubs and the Reds 6-1 right now. The Cubs in the bottom of the third, but both of those teams are done for the season. Baltimore will be at the Yankees. Baltimore still has a chance for the playoffs. The Yankees clinched the East already. The Phillies at the Nationals for Game 2 of a doubleheader. The Red Sox against the Blue Jays. Blue Jays fighting for a wild card spot. The Royals against the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland won the division here about a week ago, really. The Twins against the Tigers. Both teams are done for the season. The Mets against the Braves. There's a big series. They're fighting for the top spot in the National League East. The Mets and the Braves separated by just a one game. The Marlins against the Brewers. Brewers fighting for a wild card spot. The Rays against the